We are back. Will NesTea close us out 3-0? Or will HongUn manage to take a game? So far, it's been pretty one-sided, Tasteless.
It has indeed, Artosis. Thank you for taking that opening for me. I was chewing on my sandwich.
Your sandwich?
That I bring to work every day. It gives me the carbs, the energy I need to cast these games.
Tasteless, I am... What am I? I was going to say I'm like a plant. I just absorb energy, but I don't know. I watch a NesTea game, and my life bar goes up. And then I watch the best FOU game, and my life bar goes down.
We were talking about this backstage. It's like watching NesTea. It's like almost stupid. It's like, well, he's like already just like solved the game. He's like, all right, well,
I guess this is over.
I guess that's exactly how you're supposed to play, Zarek. Okay. All right, What now?
No, man, I don't see him getting stopped in this tournament at all. After watching those two games,
HongUn needs he needs to win this game. Is what he needs to do. I keep wanting to say like, oh, I see what he's doing here. He can't do that in HongUn. That's too risky. Oh, well, HongUn, you're being too conservative now.
He shouldn't even be doing Void Ray builds, to be honest. You give NesTea any time to perfectly manage his economy, and he's going to take it. So, HongUn. Well, I mean, this map's okay for a Void Ray opening. The third is pretty far away. You might be able to get it.
I would almost recommend he starts doing some kind of cannon cheese or something. Something that's like, well, you might end up denying him a first base. And as good as NesTea even is without a second base, that's, probably the best grounds you can fight him on. HongUn's a guy who's really good at micro and unit control. That's why he kind of defaults into stalkers when he starts to lose. He's like, all right, I'm going to make stalkers and focus on controlling them. And I feel like now that I've thought about it, before we went to commercial and then during commercial, now we're kind of sitting here still talking about it, I guess maybe that might be the best way to take this. Then again, it is the map Crossfire, which in mid-game, moving on to late game, is pretty good for Broadus anyways. Maybe he wants to do that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Look at all these nerds in here. All my nerds
today. That doesn't know justice to how many people are here.
Yeah, there's so many more people in the lobby that we have chairs in. It's crazy.
Well, HongUn trying to relax, stretching a little bit. NesTea blowing on his hands because they are on fire.
Those are some sick Gosu hands.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I used to say when I trash talk with kids. Because a kid would be like being mean to me, like on Battlenet, I'd be like, "You're about to be owned by Gosu hands."
That's like, I don't know, man. I find that kind of weak for you.
No, man. Well, you've actually seen my full force of trash talk on the internet, where I just actually don't have feelings. I'm actually like a sociopath. All right, head to head, NesTea against HongUn. Can HongUn come back? Anything is possible, except maybe against NesTea. I don't know. We're gonna find out on the map Crossfire. And the game is now loaded up, so when our great commentators are ready, we're gonna do our 3 shots, the panning camera, the zoom in, and then we're going to go right into it. See how much I do this?
You do it a lot.
I know.
Miss Cleo over here.
One of these guys is going to go. One of these guys is going to go to the finals. This game may be the moment where we see that coming from the player over here in the bottom left. Watch for the faces behind the girl. Trust me, Artosis.
All right.
GSL 2-time champion. This season may end up being his 3rd-time champion.
Oh my God!
I am 50.
Yes, yeah, I just noticed those faces behind her, and I'm like, whoa!
You're afraid of clowns, Stasis.
I know, man. Ever since they killed my father. NesTea, the best Zerg in the world, undisputed.
Yeah. No one disputes that, and if they do, they're actually wrong and they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're like the people that think reptilians are real. Over here in the upper right, we have...
HongUn 5V.
I like her hair.
If the reptilians were real, Tasteless, NesTea would either be their leader or the one who must destroy them all.
Yeah. No in-betweens. And there's HongUn Prime, the underdog here in the semifinals. This is his 2nd semifinals, I believe, as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe
it was like season 3,
4,
something like that.
Might be 4. I want to say 4.
So, you go to the semifinals twice, you really want to get to the finals.
Yeah, man. That's a rough round to lose in, to be honest.
Yeah, no kidding.
So this game is not going to be a Forge Fast expand. HongUn going to do something new here. Excited to see exactly what that's going to be.
It is good to see HongUn mixing it up a little bit. I mean, it's pretty clear. Although fast expanding is good for your economy and everything like that, it at times can be a little bit too much of a passive way to approach somebody who's basically a macro god.
Quite true. I mean, seriously, NesTea, again, if you want to kill him, you need to wait for like a really sick unit composition of a maxed army with passive play where he can't just see a hole and abuse you, or you need to hit like the sharpest 2-base timing attack.
Yeah.
Anything else I feel like is actually suicide against this guy. He's too good at everything compared to everyone else.
All right, now HongUn has spotted that the drone is moving down there. That's an indicator that the Zerg will make a hatchery. Oh, unless you're against a really sneaky Zerg, sometimes they'll just send the drone back.
It's like a tasteless move right there.
Yeah, man, that's a tasteless maneuver.
It's one of the tasteless builds, tasteless. If you were a Zerg.
Well, when you're doing tasteless builds, you got to incorporate tasteless maneuvers. That's
true. Tasteless micros.
Otherwise, you just got the blueprint for a tasteless build, but you're using the wrong tools.
All right, so Zergling juking and jiving on the ramp. He does want to see what unit comes out of that first, whether it's a sentry or a stalker. Can give you some hints as to what's going on. I'm sure he'll check again in a moment. In fact, he's just checked now.
He's actually just going to go ahead and show. Looks like he wanted to see if he could just get rid of the Zergling at the bottom of the ramp.
3-gate. It might just be a standard 3-gateway sentry expansion. It's a very good opening build.
Unless he's pulling a lot of chrono boost. Doesn't look like he's doing that. He's actually just going to keep chrono boosting out probes.
He's chrono boosting his core a little bit as well. And, this is just a very safe, normal build.
This is one I use a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, this is what I use almost every game.
It's just...
Well, it's safe.
Yeah, exactly. It's really safe.
If you do it right and scout correctly with it, you can hold everything.
Exactly.
And that's what's nice about it.
And you know what else I like about it is that there's a ton of stuff you can do from there.
Oh, yeah.
You're not stuck doing this one thing.
You can go 4-gate pressure, 5-gate pressure. You can tech up to any tree that you actually want to.
You can make a starport again like he's done before. You can
make a pylon heart in your main. That one won't win, but it's cute. We have NesTea just droning insanely right now. I love how quickly he gets up on drones. He is so all about making a lot of drones. Getting a good amount of gas right now, too.
Now, this maneuver here by HongUn is also a kind of standard procedure with Protoss. You want to send your army out, try to maybe make it look like, oh, am I going to attack? Now, NesTea probably won't even bite because everybody never attacks when they do this.
Quite true.
It's interesting to see how very cautious HongUn's being here.
Ooh, look at that micro, Tasteless.
Oh, my God. Okay, NesTea's really good. Wow.
Yeah, so NesTea is showing off at this point, folks. I mean,
yeah, that wasn't even necessary.
Oh, God. 4 Zerglings beat a Zealot, but not with 3 left.
He's like, I don't want to lose 2 Zerglings. I only want to lose 1.
By the way, I'd love to point out, Tasteless, that we already have 3 active creep tumors by NesTea. He's gotten a quick 3rd queen, and he's doing everything so nicely. An Evolution Chamber and Roche Warren coming up at the same time, so he can be safe from everything. They can plenty of spine crawlers right now, which I really like, because when you make spine crawlers as opposed to Zerglings, it's more defense basically. 1 spine crawler and 2 Zerglings take the same amount of larvae, so now you're gonna have more larvae. You can make more drones and boost your economy a lot quicker.
Yeah, I like the hallucination too.
Yeah,
that's actually something I do with this build every time because you can scout, and I think as this game continues to grow, I mean, Starcraft 2 is still pretty young. We'll probably see hallucination used a lot more to kind of trick out a Zerg army.
Certainly. Now, we do have the 3rd base from NesTea going up, but that's one of the reasons he has so many creep tumors. He's pushing forward ASAP so that he can actually defend against any Stargate builds if they do occur. They are not, though. Right now, we just have HongUn making a bunch of units off 3 gates, which is actually kind of cool. There's some neat little times you can do with pressure off of a 3 warp gate expand, where if you make units non-stop for a moment, something Liquid Tile actually does a lot. There's these neat little times you go out and you kind of hit when they have like 2 roaches or something. But it doesn't look like he's quite doing that. He is getting his Twilight Council at this point.
And this is, excuse me, this is really good to do with this build. You make a hallucinated Phoenix. It's a free scout.
Yeah. More and more spine crawlers going up. NesTea is all about the spines.
Yeah, he's clearly going to turtle up. I think he's going to straighten the Mutalisks in a little bit here.
And by the way, he's already up 20 supply. 93 to 73 a second ago. So yeah, I mean, this is the type of thing that you can actually do by, you don't overmake Zerglings, you use some spine crawlers for defense, you really drone crazily for a bit. And this is all going to be very hard to break. These sentry-based armies that we're seeing against a lot of spine crawlers, even if you're doing great force fields, that's one thing spine crawlers don't care about.
You know what I would actually recommend if I was next to HongUn and I wanted him to win? I'd say he's making so many spine crawlers go push and take a gold base.
It's a nice point, Tasteless.
I think that might be.
I don't disagree.
That's the only, because I think HongUn's going to attack. I don't know if it's going to work though.
Yeah, I don't see this actually breaking.
And you can see he's once again decided. All right, I'm going to go for Blink Stalkers. It looks like NesTea might counterattack too.
Yeah, it looks like he will, because this base up here, I don't know if he'll actually hold it, because he is choosing to counterattack. But Blink is up for HongUn, and it looks like he may be able to take out this base for NesTea. Okay, weird force fields against drones. That was actually completely uncalled for.
This could be bad, because you know what, NesTea can actually sack his third base just fine if he takes out the Protoss' first and only expansion.
Very true, Tasteless, and
HongUn walled himself in here when he did this.
In the meantime, this hatchery will fall, but losing some sentries and whatnot. Nice blink away, but that will only last for so long. Tasteless, NesTea does move forward, and if he's killing off probes, he's killing off stalkers, and his supply lead is staying right up there.
Yeah, the hatchery's gone down, but I don't see the Protoss actually stopping this attack. He needs a force field to ramp. That was close.
Yeah.
He might even want to try walling that in with a pylon at this point in time.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful, but NesTea is going to target down the Nexus. And, 3 base versus 2 base, Zerg is going to feel good, but 2 base versus 1 base, he's going to feel great. 8 mutas on the way, +1 Mutalisk attack. NesTea, oh man, HongUn's never going to leave his base, Tasteless.
Yeah, it's standard when you're against a Zerg as good as NesTea. The feeling is one of, I never got to leave my base that game without being punished for it.
Yeah, and he's going to keep that up. Look at this, going back to destroy this little clump of units. With all those sentries in there, it's a good choice to go in here and kill all these off. Don't want to be able to rejoin that with any other army.
Blink, look out of there.
And HongUn
I think
right
HongUn's actually almost given up.
He's got half the supply. It's 50 to 108. NesTea actually just destroying HongUn so one-sidedly and will easily make it to the finals. NesTea made this look easy, man.
Yeah, I've rarely seen in the semifinals one top player outclass another top player to such a degree.
NesTea is going on to his third finals. His third GSL finals.
And here's the funny thing, Artos, is when he makes it to the finals, at least previously, he never lost.
No, of course.
He just dominated.
What?
Lose? I don't do that.
NesTea is so unfathomably good. You see HongUn, he's not happy with this. He's like, well,
that sucks.
I'm not going to make the finals ever because NesTea exists.
Well done by NesTea. He really, really kicks some ass.
Yeah.
And it's so funny when you we're going to have an interview. So I will let you know what they're saying.
챔피언 임드라 선수를 모십니다. 어서 오십시오. 축하드립니다. 자, 일단 결승 진출 소감 한 말씀 들어봐야 될 것 같은데요.
일단 생각대로 너무 경기가 잘 풀려서 두 번 연속으로 이렇게
The game went as expected.
진출하게 돼서 너무
So he actually
자, 오늘
found
경기에
it
임하기
pretty easy.
전에 몇 가지 이야기를 좀 들었을 겁니다. 제덕신데 목마른 분들이 굉장히 많거든요. 자, 이런 집중한 응원을 받고 있는 임드라 선수, 오늘 만약 결승에 올라서게 되면 무패로 결승 진출 가능하다라고 이야기를 들었을 것이고요. 자, 최초의 3회 우승자가 될 수 있다라는 가능성도 이야기를 들었을 것이고요. 그리고 역시
You've never lost a
연속
set in this
우승
tournament.
가능하다라는 이야기를 들었을 겁니다.
You might become the first 3-time champion of GSL. How do you feel?
일단 제일 욕심 나는 게 3회 우승을 먼저 하는 거거든요.
네.
그래서 이제 전승은 솔직히 신경 안 쓰고
I really want to become the first 3-time champion of GSL.
하기 위해 열심히 달려갈 거예요.
자, 오로지 세종족 중 가장 먼저 3회 우승을 달성하는 동족이 될 수 있을 것 같네요. 왕대를 잇고 통영은 재선을 하지만
And he's glad he didn't lose a set because he wants to have no losses in this GSL.
많은 팬들께서
wants to keep a perfect record,
전
basically.
세계적으로 가장 많은 팬층을 보유하고 있다고
최고죠.
알고 있는데요.
네, 그렇습니다. 현재 최고의 팬을 해외에서도 마찬가지고요. 국내에서도 보유하고 있는데 이 임재혁 선수의 그동안의 플레이를 놓고 보면 정말 상대방을 완벽하게 읽고 있는 듯한 플레이를 너무나 많이 보여주고 있어요. 단 한 번도 틀리지 않고 그런 플레이를 보여주고 있는데 뭔가 비결이라도 있나요? 많이 하는 게 답인가요?
틀려서 진 적도 좀 있는데.
네, 없다고
그게-
그러세요.
네.
네.
그러니까 상대 움직임이나 그냥 오늘 같은 경우에도 상대분이 멀티를
I look at the
주시고
opponent's
가스를 빨리
movements.
가더라고요. 가스를
My
빨리
opponent's
올리면은 유닛이 많을 수가 없거든요.
And study their
그런
builds.
거 하나하나 계산해서 이제 하는 거라.
And that is why he's had.
자, 그럼 현장에는
basically that's why
안호
he's had
선수가
success
경기를
attack.
마치고 퇴장하는 모습인데요. 그 현장에도 많은 분들께서 박수를 보내주고 계십니다.
네.
자, 임재덕 선수에게 힌트를 내주면 절대 승리할 수 없다라는 것이 이제 공식화되었는데
조그만 단서라도.
말입니다. 자, 오늘 경기 시작하기 전에 눈을 지그시 감고 기도를 하는 모습이었나요? 어떤 그 상념에 젖어 있는 모습을 볼 수가 있었습니다. 그때 어떤 생각을 하셨습니까?
항상 경기하기 전에
You
시작하기
seem to be
전에
like meditating and
하나님께
praying before the
기도를 해요.
match. In game one, what were you thinking?
준비한 대로만 경기를 하자.
네.
하게 해달라고 이렇게 기도를 하고 경기
네.
임하거든요.
신도 신께 기도를
그러네요.
하는 거죠.
Praying that everything went well today.
그렇습니다. 자, 그렇군요. 자, 안준영 해설은 뭐 궁금한 거 있으십니까? 제 거 쓰시죠. 예.
일단은 제일 궁금한 게 같은 팀에 있는 황강호 선수가 이제 반대쪽 4강에 올라와 있는데
네.
같은 팀으로서 같은 이제 아끼는 동생으로서 결승 진출을 바라는지 아니면은 그래도 동족전보다는 타정적전이 더불어 친한 동생이지만 미안하지만 다음에
네.
올라와라라고 바라고 있는지 그게 제일 궁금하네요.
자, 지금 이 시점에서
Teammate
저희가
Lucera is on the other side of the bracket.
되겠습니까?
Do you want him to advance or do you secretly want him to lose?
강호가 올라왔으면 좋겠는데
네.
그래도 좀
I do hope Lucera makes it.
게시판들을 보니까 저그전이 나오면 좀 큰일 나겠다. 그래서
네.
강호가 만약에 지게 되면 제가 복수를 해주면 되니까.
What he's noticed on a lot of the community sites, a lot of people are afraid of a Zerg versus Zerg final.
넓게 헤아리고 있습니다. 널리 헤아리고 있습니다. 자, 임재덕 선수 이제 결승을 하러
But even if Lucera loses, I'll just avenge him, so that's fine too.
경기를 앞두고 있는 황강호 선수에게 형이 너의 복수를 해주겠다라고 미리 말을 한다는 거.
시작도 하기 전에 졌어요, 황강호 선수가 지금. 네.
네. 마무리는 속으로는 약간 좀 움켜들 것도 같은데 자, 좋은 경기 하라고 한 말씀. 황강호 선수에게 한 말씀 하시죠.
강호야
You give a comment to
저그는
Lucera,
형이
please.
올라갔으니까 천천히 해. 아직 어리지 않아 너는.
네, 그래요. 30대를 넘어서
Lucera, now that I made it to the finals, you could just relax.
그리고 지금 운영 능력,
I didn't get the red,
그리고
sorry.
정치적 제덕 시점이라는 어떤 그 용어를 또 만들어내는 장본인이기도 한데요. 자, 임재덕 선수 이제 결승입니다. 자, 결승에서 어떠한 각오로 어떻게 임할 것인지 우리 시청자 여러분들께 약속 부탁드리겠습니다.
What is your determination
한 경기 한
in
경기
facing the
최선을
final?
다해서 지금까지 무패로 올라왔는데
네.
더 준비를 많이 해서 좋은 경기력으로 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다.
무패 우승도 가능하다라고 우리는 믿어도 괜찮겠습니까?
I made it to the final without losing a single game, and I'm going to prepare a lot and show a good match,
네.
and ideally win
우승은
everything.
3회 우승은 하겠습니다.
알겠습니다. 기대하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분, 임재혁 선수에게
And I want to become the three-time champion.
수고하셨습니다.
All right. There you have it. NesTea is now going to build the creep tumors to the VIP room. Probably watch.
He's got to get in there quick, man, before the fanlings swarm him.
Well, there you have it, man.
NesTea will win this finals because there's two possibilities: ZVZ.
But she doesn't really lose anyways.
No, he doesn't lose that. Or he gets to see an extremely good Terran use his absolute best TVZ builds, and then study
Well,
that.
here's one factor though: is that if Bjorn does get there, I mean, look at the Bomber games for instance. Bomber is really good, but Bjorn is, like Hydra, like he gets mad when people cheese because it's like he feels like you're playing the game incorrectly. There should be a certain way. Well, like if Bjorn looked at Hydra, he'd be like, well, this guy cheeses because he doesn't get maxed out like 4 times over, and he doesn't take his 8th base, at the 50-minute marker.
Yeah.
So
that's what Bjorn likes.
Bjorn is got the best stamina in all of esports. We're gonna have a 5-minute break, so don't go too far away. We'll be right back.
What a scene, heart definitely clapping a sense. in store.